For just the third time in a long time, the stock market had declined for three consecutive quarters. 3 quarters. How you feel about that, Mr. Green? For the
I
third
feel
time
like
in a long time, the stock market declined for 3 quarters in a row.
it's something going through it because we are losing some money, but I'm
Hmm.
still putting money in because I know at the end of the day it's gonna go right back up.
Things feel dark out there. Investors are losing hope. Uh, the bear market is met with a lot of anxiety, but you should meet it with open arms. How much are you contributing every month?
Me, I try to put in at least about I try to put in 500 every month. You know, kind of like that Roth IRA minimum or maximum actually, because you could put I think about 6 grand a month
Right.
into a Roth IRA. So I try to shoot for that at least 500 a month. That breaks down to about 125 a week. I like to do it weekly
Yes.
too because you know the market moves.
What about you, Mr. Mills? How much are you going every month? Are you losing hope? Are you feeling like you're in the dark?
Nah,
What's going on?
losing hope. Nah, man. No, I think I plugged up with some hope dealers. So, um, I'm not losing hope. Um, I put about 1,000 a month in on average. Sometimes I put like sometimes I put like 500 a week. So, but on average, I've been putting $1,000 a month
Great margins.
because I've been trying to I don't know, like I just look at the market, I look at the stocks that are down. Every time, be like, oh, I don't have that. Oh, I don't have that one either. I'm like, dang, I need to.
Loading up, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm just doing it consistently, right?
That's what it's all about. Putting your investments
Yeah.
on autopilot. Now that the market have kind of pulled back, your money is able to work harder. The money you already have invested is kind of worth less, but the money you invest in today will be worth more in the future. So just keep investing more for today, and it's gonna be worth more in the future.
Yeah. I'd say right now they might be taking a break. They on lunch, but afterwards they're gonna put in that work, and it's gonna be worth way more than what they are right now for sure.
Unless you're managing like a hedge fund, successful investing is not measured by like risk adjusted returns. It's just about building wealth. However you choose to define wealth, just build it. Is this bird market any fun to you guys?
Oh,
No.
man, stop.
Start having a little fun. Start laughing at the market.
But you know what, Marquise? Like, this is annoying because, like, like, like it's annoying because it's like in economics class, basically, basic under
It's
basic.
live. It's a live economics class, and it's
Yeah, that's what
like
I'm saying. So it's like that's what I was taught in economics class, or at least that's what I got from it. I never finished college, but in my economics class, this is what I got, right? Basically, in its most basic sense, the
yeah, the
economy
school
is
of life and the school of business is never finished. So
yeah. So it's like I know, right? So it's like the 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 economy is a reflection of your belief system, right? That's what I
right.
was told in economics. Basically, like if people believe in the economy will do well. If you believe that you will do well in something and you will get something from it, essentially you will. So basically, just the economy is a reflection of people's belief system, and it seems like the American people have no faith in their own economy because everything is just they're just trying to patch stuff, they're trying to put the band-aid on stuff, and I'm like, yo, obviously people don't really, well, there's a great majority of people obviously who don't, they have no faith in their system.
Right. Man, that's all it's about. Like you gotta have a great belief system when you're trying to build your personal economy because like if you have no success, no results, no community, no brothers who actually got actual wealth, it's out of reach, it's out of mind, it's out of sight. You're still in the matrix. So it's like you got to make it more realistic at the end of the day. Most people just keep it in their dreams when you can wake up every day and kind of attack it.
Yeah, man. Me,
100%.
I was gonna say about the market. I'm saying it don't feel good. Like this past week, how much did I lose this past week? This past week, my account is down 2.46%. You know what I'm saying? And
Actually, not
losing money. You said what?
That's not bad. Mine was down
It,
15 and 15% one account,
It's
and the
just
next.
y'all strategy. So once y'all see your portfolio going in a different routine, what routine would you go with now? So like on the defense side. So I just look at it like that now. So since it's bleeding a little bit, what defense stocks, what stocks that I can actually build my foundation on now, because
mhm.
it's worth less at the end of the day. If you load up, you're gonna get more.
Yeah. It's worth. I wouldn't say that it's. See, saying that it's worth less is kind of problematic to what I feel like investing is, because it might be worth less, but you still have that share size in the company. You know what I'm saying? The I might have lost 2.46%, but my 5% that was, or my 5% share in, let's say, Facebook is still there. You know what I'm saying? But if I add on to it as, the market goes down, it don't feel good, as, losing money. But at the end of the day, you're building a bigger stake in the company. So when it goes up, it's gonna feel that much better. So I mean, it's one of those things to where I feel like this is what makes investing hard, is the emotion part. Especially if you're acting on unconscious emotion, making decisions based on emotion and not based on what might the numbers be, or where the better where the better opportunity might be. You know what I'm saying? Because as I say, it don't feel good. Like some of these stocks, I'm like, man, should I really keep them? And then I go back and I look at the numbers. And I'm like, okay, I'm reassured. Like, okay, yeah, I should have them. I should keep them. This is the best place where I should be. It kind of brings my emotions back down to the objective. It takes it from subjective to objective for me.
I feel you.
So yeah.
Feel you on that. I just come with like a more logical approach. Like I want to. Sometimes I just try to use 100% logic. So emotionally, wherever the success it is, it's just the results. So I just try to be more logic and more or less emotional. But sometimes you will be more emotional with your logic. So
Yeah, it just, as I say, it depends, because like as I said, we're human, so we all experience emotion. You know what I'm saying? It's just how we act upon it. You can be angry and go about it in a way to, communicate that to a person, to where walls can get knocked down, or you can be angry and you go out and you act a certain way that doesn't make sense and build that wall up. But then you got something that escalated to something that's out of control. You know what I'm saying? And there was no good result after that. It was nothing that was in your best interest that came out of it. So that's what I that's kind of what I mean by like the unconscious emotion, because when you act on that, then usually it's the result is something that's not in your best interest. You know what I'm saying?
every time.
Mm-hmm.
I believe your best interest is like coming up with a plan every week and just automatically investing a set amount every week, every month, no matter what. And just over time, add to that number. So, like, if you are at like 500, just try to add a zero to that number now over time. Get it to like 5,000 a month, you know?
Yeah. Either that or like by a percentage. Have a goal to where it's like, okay, maybe I want to contribute an extra 3% a year. You
Correct,
know what I'm
correct.
saying?
And if you break it down like that, you are able to reach every goal that you set, every milestone. It shouldn't be any problems.
Yo, 5,000 a month.
That's a
That's
lot.
crazy. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man.
You got to be bringing in a
Because
lot
that's
of money too.
50,000 essentially.
That's why I always want to
Yeah,
tell
that's what I'm
people,
saying.
trying to figure out a business you can create where you can have income to invest in the stock market. Most people, they want to invest like just personal income. Like when you really want to invest in your business income, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'll also add to that. Instead of starting a business, buy a business. Like there are a lot of businesses out there that's already doing well, right? There are a lot of programs and people already have systems in place. They how they say 95% of businesses fail. Why go
Hmm.
through all that? Why put your sweat in? Why put your toil in? Like why do that when you could just buy somebody else's system who's willing to give it up, so, and just
Yeah,
buy their business.
most people are too
Yep.
selfish to realize their own wealth is, right in their face.
No, you're right. That I had to ask myself that all the time. Like whenever I make a decision, like, am I doing the most when everything I have is like right there? Like that's always like the parables always say, this guy traveled the world, tried to find gold, and then he came back home and he sold his land, and then the guy who bought it from him found land in his own backyard, like or found gold in his own backyard. So it's
Hmm.
like it's always that's always something that you think about.
Have dividend stocks been right for you? They've
You
been
know
right
what?
for Have dividend stocks been right for you? I've been
I
loving dividend stocks. They've been right for me. I'm in love.
so I have been getting emails, and they have been I have been getting emails about dividends in my Schwab account, and they
Hmm.
have paid out. So yes, they have been good to me. I have, I haven't itemized it to see like how much how much money I'm actually getting from the dividends, and how many dividend stocks I have versus just regular ETFs or whatever. But that's what I need to do. I need to itemize my portfolio. So, but I have been getting a bunch of emails talking about I've been getting paid out in dividends. So,
That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah. I've been getting paid dividends too. I'm big on the dividend ETFs, so they're pretty secure. I don't have to have any worries about such and such slashing a dividend, or am I going to even get any dividend this time around? And none of that sketchy stuff that be going on sometimes.
That's what's up. That's what it's all about. Have you guys ever experienced a scam in the stock market? Being scammed?
Um, I've experienced um like people coming into those like Facebook groups and messages and stuff talking about, hey, message me on WhatsApp or something, and they're like with forex, or they're
Right.
like, oh, I can show you how to invest in crypto. It's like, you don't need to show me how to invest in crypto. I can just put my money in it right here right now through the desktop. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's open,
Or
huh? It's like once you start talking about investing online, you get nothing but bots. Like it's crazy.
talking about they want to teach you how to do this, teach you how to do that. I don't want you to teach me, man. I got YouTube, I got Google search, I got enough tools at my use to go ahead and be successful in this thing. Now I have paid for a class from Jeremy from financial education.
How it go?
His it was okay. It was a lot of information on there, a lot of classes. Um, some some beliefs that I probably wouldn't agree with now,
Hmm.
but now going back and watching his channel, he's even changed some of those beliefs as well. Kind of like how many stocks you should have for a certain amounts of money. Like he's a part of one of those that believes you shouldn't have like over 2 stocks until you get to 10 grand.
Okay.
And then it was like after that you can add like 2 more. I'm like, I don't know about all that. Because
Right.
me, the way mine is, I like to have my ETFs down there, make sure the bulk of my money is safe
Right.
and at least progress into market average, or I'm getting dividends at market average. And then the rest I can kind of play with, a little high growth here, a little value plays here, maybe some dividend single stocks there, So that's how I like to do my portfolio. It's a little safer than the 2 stock to 10,000 approach.
Keep trusting the process. Just keep putting trust in the process. Just keep putting capital and great assets.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But
been
I did like how he kind of got into like what is market cap. Like that was my first. Like I knew about market cap and I knew about PE, but that was my first time actually getting into like the different classifications and what high growth is and risk diversification and things like that. Of course, these are things I probably could have just researched myself, but that was like my first time actually being able to go in and see those things, what to look for in a 10K or things like that. So knowing that there's even a risk portion of the 10K in that letter, and listening to investors' phone calls and kind of breaking down the language and things like that. So that was the first time I got to experience that. But again, these are things that I could have got on YouTube or Google search and just typed in and seen.
right. Right. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, and I paid a good amount of money. I think it was over $1,000 for sure for a class. So when I think about it, like my opportunity cost, I probably could have used that grand somewhere else, like actually investing.
Hmm.
But it did. I did get the opportunity to see some things that I wasn't aware of first. So, I mean, it's a pretty good course. It's just a pretty penny.
I feel you. You've been a financial ninja for a while now. Tell us
Yeah,
about Dojo for financial ninjas.
yeah. So the dojo for financial ninjas was actually it started by one of my friends from Prairie View A&M University, which is a HBCU down in Texas. He plays trumpet by the name of Julian,
Shout out Julian.
and huh?
Shout out Julian.
Shout out to Julian. Yeah, and he basically made the dojo for people that wanted to start investing, but they didn't have a space for like advice or to share their opinions or kind of go back to bat on different mentalities and things like that. So he started this group, as a vast resource of, base level investors to get in and actually find out what investing is and kind of change our trajectory. Because I mean, a lot of people don't invest, period. And then if we're talking about our black and brown friends, a lot of them don't invest either.
Act like it's not
So
the coolest thing going right now.
exactly. So like when I talk to my parents about investing, they had no clue about investing. You hear this investing is a scam, and you hear that such and such story that didn't go good, some tragic story, such and such lost $1 million, which really happened in my family. My grandpa lost $1 million stock invested,
Wow.
but what he did was he kept putting money in this company that was going down, going down, going down. The one company going down, going down, and he wasn't putting nothing in like Walmart or nothing in like the VU ETF or nothing in like the total stock market, the VTI, none of that. He was just putting money in this one stock, and it went bankrupt, and all his money was kaput. It was gone. You know what I'm saying? So when people hear stories like that, they run. But then you got the successful ones like Peter Lynch, Warren Buffett. They tell you the dollar cost average, buy ETFs. If you don't want to put in the work and learn about single stocks, go ahead and hit those ETFs and dollar cost average. And
And you just got to stick
even
with the fundamentals. Just stick with the fundamental, you guys. Just stick with the fun.
exactly, exactly, and that's what I call my foundation. Like you can't build a house unless you got a strong foundation. So my foundation is my ETFs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if I got to repair my roof or I got to repair my window, my foundation is still gonna be strong. I'm
No,
not losing $1
no, we.
million.
Let's go.
I said I'm not losing no $1 million. You should
Man,
have let me manage
oh,
it.
Mr. Mills, how your trip go? You've been traveling all over the place. I'm loving it. Is they talking about stock market all around the world?
Man, oh no.
Like
Let
in a
me see.
different you visit? Was they talking about the stock market or what's the money conversation going on?
Mhm. Man, people just working. To be honest, it's a little bit like it I guess you know, so my family's Caribbean, so I guess I would say I'm privileged to be here or just be in the United States or be born in the United States, right? And grow up an American lifestyle because most of my siblings who live in the Caribbean, they're not talking about investing at all. They just want the latest gadgets and stuff like that. The only person who may be talking about investing is my sister. She lives in San Martin, and my dad, right? Those two business-minded individuals. Those are the only people who's pretty much invested for the future. Like my dad has some land and whatnot, or a couple plots of land or whatever. And one of like where he lives, you know, he was able to, divvy up his land and get some cash and stuff like that, like, after 50 years, right? Or after 40 years or whatever. But nah, man, around the world, people not are not looking at investing. They're pretty much feeling the brunt of the economy. Like, yeah, the economy is bad in America, but around the world, they're struggling even harder, right? Because everything is pegged against the US dollar. So they're not even talking about investment strategies and stuff like that.
Man,
How I know, but however, I guess because I post some stuff, I have had some family members ask me, like, yo, we need to sit down and possibly talk about investment strategies and stuff like that. So,
man, be that spark, Mr. Mills. Like, man, you soaking up a lot of information, and it's really a lot of people can utilize the information that you really getting your hands on, especially your family. It can really be life changing. Just through conversations, just letting them know, like, hey, just you can do stuff that you can work a little smarter with your money and not have to risk your health.
yeah,
Mhm.
man, and that is the exact thing that's happening. People are risking their health, but in a sense, I'm in a situation where, like my mother, she's risked her health, you know, these past years. And then I asked her, I was like, how much money do you have in your 401k, if any? And she's like, I probably got like 20, maybe 15 grand in my 401k. And, she's pushing 60s. So basically, when I moved to America, I did the whole single mom thing. So it's like, she's just been working, making ends meet, living day by day. And, it's almost like that's all she knows. So it's like if I come and start talking to her about some investment, I don't think, I don't think she would understand it. And she's not in a place where she can actually some, spare some cash. So in a sense, I'm her investment. you know,
Definitely. And you'll have to
I'm,
microwave it. You'll have to just microwave everything that you're learning and just give it to us in microwave size.
yeah, but what I'm saying, I'm her investment. So I think she's just like, yeah, my son's gonna be successful and he's
And
gonna retire me.
you you take investing, you know, that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah.
October tends to be bird market killer. October is associated with historically strong returns, especially in midterm election years. October gonna be a great month for the stock market.
Man, I certainly hope so. The way this last month been going, the last
Yeah,
few months, because man,
because
say
I agree with you, man. Just because I've been telling people have been saying they've never seen this before. The way that the economies are working, stock market is reacting. It's almost like there are a lot of things that's never happened historically right now.
And they
Exactly.
love saying that every year. Like when you just start researching financial news and just see like the different talking points, you'll be like, how many
Oh,
is this the newest thing, or this the newest moment, or this the newest trend, or this like I haven't seen? Like it's just like
Man, it's because that 2020. I'm telling you, we still feeling it.
most definitely
2020 messed everything
it's
up.
busted the system and reprogrammed us because like everyone economy it changed. It really changed.
It's still, yeah. Do y'all have any updates on like the Russia Ukraine war going on? Is that still a thing going on?
Yes, they trying to Russia was trying to talk peace, but Ukraine wasn't.
Or was Russia trying to be bullies? Like, hey, we want this. Ukraine was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. You can have
That
peace another way.
so they wanted different territories, and Ukraine wasn't going.
Hmm. So basically, Russia's still trying to be bullies.
yeah, that's still going because I mean
Okay.
I work in defense, so it's like
States to intervene.
they
Ukraine
need you
trying
know we're making money off this war right now. That's all I'm saying. All this conflict, right? Because we're supporting Ukraine, so obviously we're gonna
Russia
be
is running out of
all
money,
this.
so he's running out of time basically.
Ooh, Putin, yeah, yeah. It's almost yeah. He's economy is crippling in a sense. So it's
Hmm.
either he's gonna do something drastic or he's just gonna go back in place, you know. But then again, I don't know. I feel like he's really talking to China, right? So so like if China is supporting him, who knows how long this thing will last?
Right. Especially if they gang up. Oh my gosh. And
And
they do that. And they do a Taiwan invasion.
Russia, Brazil was trying to back China and Russia. So they were saying if they get Brazil to back them up, now they major players.
Yeah, because Brazil is considered one of the what, the four tigers or the five tigers or whatever. Like their economy has, you know, like they're an emerging world power or whatever.
Mhm.
So but people don't talk about that, you know. So but yeah, you know, China invests in a lot of the lesser islands. So yeah, I guess that's another thing I've learned traveling. China puts their money to all those lesser islands, and they're influencing the southern hemisphere. So like, I mean, as far as South America, you know, China is heavy in the Pacific. Like publicly, countries would never say that they support China, but privately, there's a lot of Chinese monies being built. They're building their infrastructure with Chinese money, right? So,
They got
but it's almost like China has been being allowed to do this, and you know, like nobody's talking about that. You know,
Mhm.
they've been
So yeah,
investing.
I think it might be a lot of first times actually going on. It's just a matter of how many more times is this first time thing gonna happen. Like we had the COVID, happen, and that turned us upside down because we had to have that long break, and then
Right,
tons of money was printed out, and then after that we had this big old rally, but the real estate was still going up at a crazy rate. And then
right.
now we got the government trying to doing the quantitative tightening,
Right.
jacking up the rates. You know what I'm saying? And we also got the war still going on. And then gas prices, it took a break, but now it's right back up. Like I don't know about y'all, but it's about $5 here now,
It's at
back
two
again,
99.
huh?
It's at 299.
Over there for y'all?
Yes.
On South 49th Drive toward West Apollo Road.
Oh no,
But
but
that's
yeah,
crazy.
over
It's damn near double for y'all.
Yeah, over here it's about $5. Like I'm at the pump, and it's like $4.80. You know what I'm saying? And you put in 20 for that. It's about a quarter tank, and that's depending on what car you drive. You know what I'm saying? So we still got a lot of firsts that are, I think, still going on. I'm just tired of the firsts. Like, I'm ready to get past the first so we can get back to a regular stock market, a regular housing market to where we can predict what's going to happen.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I people. Okay, so when I was in college in 2010, they were like, we used to have people come talk to us, and it was like, in the future, there's not going to be a middle class anymore. It's going to be the haves and the have-nots. And I feel like, I don't want to say that's what's happening, but I feel like that's what's been trying to happen, right? So like, you're saying you want things to get back to the normal. You know what? I don't think things will get back to the future. It's not going to be normal. like,
Uh,
like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah. I
normal.
agree.
So I mean, bro. So look at what happened with COVID, right? This is what I take from this. Look at what happened with COVID, where they just allowed COVID to happen and people died. Like a lot of people died. Is that is that a system that really cares about their common people? I don't know. like, so it's like everybody has to just take care of themselves, man, and like, feed into their own economy, feed into their own community, because like we're expecting the feds to do this and the feds to do that, and pretty much what Marquise has been teaching, use the information that you're getting as fuel for your investments, because at the end of the day, they're not really concerned about people. It's like everybody has to fend for themselves, you know and that's, at least that's what I take from the past 2-3 years. That's what's happening in the United States.
yeah, the markets are ugly. Any market you get into, it's very ugly. But at the same time, it's great results you can achieve if you actually put yourself in the right position, leverage the right resources. It's free lunch for investors. So if you have a lifestyle investing, you will achieve extraordinary returns. So my returns have been through the roof because my lifestyle is through investing. I wear a lens of an investor, and I make sure that everything I'm doing is giving me a return.
Hmm. Yeah, I could say one thing about returns. If you invest it right now, you're gonna have some returns in the future because we have been down in the dumps. So we just waiting to get back to that green land. But as soon as we do, those people that's been investing, that's been down in the dumps, they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out pretty.
So we're about to wrap it up. I'm gonna just wrap it up with this. Just keep buying. Just keep buying. Now's a better time to put your money to work in the market than it was a year ago because of prices. Just keep buying.
Absolutely, that's what I plan on doing for sure. As I said, it don't feel good, but I know when I take that objective mindset that it's gonna pay off in the future.
Overcome emotions, set up your account, and just automatically invest. Just automatically invest.
Amen.
And let the market just make the noise.
Yeah, it's crazy out here right now. Everybody's talking about investing. Everybody's talking about this is going to be the worst recession in the world.
Don't let bad financial news keep you from investing.
Yeah, well, it's just, I wouldn't say they're keeping me from investing, because I'm trying to increase my income so I can invest more, so I can take advantage of what's happening right now. But
Hmm.
it's just weird how the people who used to be helping you, it's almost like they're sounding like the news articles. You know, they're sounding like they're
Everything is
sounding like the establishment. It's weird. And when they first started, they were really preaching good stuff, but now they're just sounding like a sounding board. It's crazy. And they're just spreading, essentially, they're just spreading fear. And I'm like, what is their benefit of spreading fear if they've made money in the market? I don't understand that. So,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I believe just, if you have less faith in the market and more fear, I mean, I can make more money in the market. So, like, at the end of the day, if it's more people that's fearing the market and approaching the market with fear, and I'm approaching the market just with faith and guided and sound principles. At the end of the day, I'm gonna make more money. So if I put the rhetoric, if I own the system, if I own the financial services, news outlets, and I can sell you the hocus pocus, the fear to get you selling your assets, and for me to buy at a lower rate, just watch, because you being reprogrammed, and if you don't control the programming, you will never control your assets. You will never control your wealth.
that's true.
Any last words before we get off?
Nah, man, just don't let the red get you off track. Make sure you just like Warren Buffett say, make sure you keep dollar cost averaging, and like all the great value investors I know, just keep dollar cost averaging, get you some ETFs, and you want to try to beat the market, but if you get market average, that's great. A
Right,
lot of people don't even get market average.
right. Man, grow old in this market. Just keep growing old. Allow time to give you your results. Allow time to trust the process. Allow time to experience what your portfolio need to experience. Just allow time. That's all it take.
So basically, I've been seeing red across all of my accounts, so I should just keep buying at the end of the day.
Most definitely. Just allow time.
Yeah, I would, like I say, I like to go through and make sure that I have like a good foundation. So make sure I have like those good ETFs like VU and VTI, and like good strong brands like I'd say like a Facebook, PayPal, who has two strong brands, things like that. Especially if you're a little more, if you want to be a little more risk diversified, I wouldn't go in and have it all on high growth names such as like a lemonade, because ain't no telling what the future might hold for them. But for companies like Nike or Foot Locker, they're gonna be around for a while. Like I bought that dip on Foot Locker. I was like, oh, this is chumps change right here. I saw it go down. Foot Locker not going nowhere, y'all. It's not much competition. They own multiple stores. They got a hand on the reselling online. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I look for. I make sure I got my ETF, make sure I got my strong companies, and then maybe a little 10% in the high growth. You know what I'm saying? Just a little sprinkle on top.
I don't think I have any bonds, but I've been told that bonds are doing pretty consistent right now if you want to grow. So I guess if you're older, there's an adage that's saying 30% if you're at a certain age. So like I guess our age, 30% bonds, 70% high growth or whatever. So they're I don't know if that's true, but people have been saying that bonds are doing well. So they're like a 6% average, and savings accounts are starting to give they're starting to give returns. Like high yield savings accounts, like 2% and 3%. So
That's
that's
the
it.
upside. That's the upside of the government doing quantitative tightening, is that we get our high yield savings accounts back. Because 1% or less, that ain't high yield. 2% less,
Right.
that's not high yield. Like I need real high yield savings account.
Well, why would they want the world to save more instead of invest more? It's crazy.
I guess
Let's
they want to use their
more,
money
more
to get
returns.
more returns.
Exactly, Mr. Mill. Exactly what Mills said.
What you say? Can
He
you read?
No, I'm saying I guess they want to use people's money to get more returns, right, later on in the stock market.
exactly. They want to use our money to get those returns. Our money is safe. You know what I'm saying? Like when we put our money in, it's there, so they can use that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they get a little bit more. to give a little bit more on a high yield savings account because they're able to go out there and they're able to do, their money is worth more. It's leveraged more.
Yeah, man. Chase have been sending me the bank. They've been sending me all these different incentives. They're like, look, if you put 10 grand in the first 90 days, we'll give you an extra $1,000 of cash. Like they've they've been hitting me up like, and I've never seen that before. So obviously that's telling of what's happening in the economy. If banks are willing to increase the savings rate to 2% or 1% or 1.5% or even 3%. So
Time to make
That
lunch.
mean
It's time to
that
make
mean
lunch.
more money coming in from somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? More money coming in from another side of the business, so they're able to bump up that percentage rate.
guess this goes to show what Markin has been saying is true. Just keep on investing your money into the market. Let your money work for you because they're obviously trying to get your money to work for them.
Absolutely.
When your money stop working for yourself, that's when you go broke. So always prepare, your own plate every day. Never allow this world to have free lunch off of you.
Yeah, for sure. You want to make sure you investing for sure because you want to be on the other side. We always talk about the rich getting richer, but it's the reason why they get richer. They got their money in stocks. They got their money in real estate. We got their money in these things to where it'll help the money grow. You know what I'm saying? So when we take our money out and they putting their money in, when we get ready to put our money back in and everything rise up, you know what I'm saying, or the hedge funds or whatever put their money back in and everything rise up, then we on the short end. We want to be on the long end. We want to be on the side that, that the reason why the rich get richer. We
Right.
want to be on that in that crowd.
Right. Happy investing, you guys. You are a coward if you do not invest. Let's start this October on a great note and get great results. Happy investing.
Happy investing, guys.
Absolutely.
Have a great Saturday. Thank you guys for today.
All right,
This
y'all. I think my microphone. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll see y'all later.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace.